Carlsbad Caverns, 1990.
Carlsbad Caverns. Ready to go get in the cave? Huh? Get Curtis.
No, Dad, no.
Let's go. Let's go in the cave.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I suggest we get the bottom shape.
Well, there's so much
Thank you so much. Fortunately for you, it's not as bad as yesterday. Folks up here, if you just came up, excuse me, are you in this? Are you
No, I'm in that group. I was going to ask you a question, but I'll get it later.
Okay. All right, folks, just gather around by the tree. Let me.
Here we go into the cave. Mike and his 3 bears.
Mike and his 3 bears.
Probably with the bat leave tonight.
Touch this. Oh, you're making my thing touch.
That's what we're doing. Okay, we'll let Dad go ahead.
There's a spoon.
I don't think that helps. Makes a difference.
I should probably get one of that.
Yeah. Green light dip pool. 8 feet. That's 8 feet. Now we're at the bottom. Look, we're down at the bottom now. We're down at the bottom.
I'm getting better angles.
Getting on the corner there.
There we go.
Oh no, my boy going in the cave.
No, I'm not. It's all right. Let me go front.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, I saw the people.
Wow. Look at this.
Wow. Let me get in front. Let me get in front. Let me get in front.
King's Palace.
Yeah, I saw some.
Looks like graffiti. Doesn't look like smudge marks, it looks like kids' graffiti. That's graffiti. This is the boneyard.
Boneyard?
Uh-huh. I guess that's... Doesn't help much. Where are they going? Lunchroom?
All this, you see that square that's marked out in red there, you see the ground crust and gypsum powder underneath it. And then down in the floor area, the taller stuff is exposed. And we're working with the Cave Research Foundation and the National Speleological Society in concert with the National Park Service to restore these areas to their natural appearance.
They are taking out all that loose dirt.
Yeah, we're taking it all. What they did, they blasted pits out of
Huh.
the formation down the trail to create all this fill. Back that long
Yeah.
ago, they were just using it to let people walk around on. We found chicken bones, leather belt loops, old 1946 RC Cola bottle, 1940s non-up and pennies and people's discarded matches and cigarette butts and things
Yeah.
like that. So we're trying to get it all restored back to its normal appearance. Thank you. Appreciate your interest.
Appreciate y'all's.
Yeah,
Thank
really.
you.
Is he just wanting to be carried or is he asleep? Let's see Curtis.
Here, Dustin, eat. Let me see here what it says. It says lunch served.
I can hear.
750 feet underground, Carlsbad, Caverns.
You're gonna get on film.
Want me to give him this one? Baby Dustin wants to be carried
Tour the big room.
towards the big room.
Wants to film. Spelunkers. Shh. Oh, baby spelunker.
Okay, let's go.
Don't bump your heads. Duck. Dark.
It gets it, don't worry. I'm gonna have to film. There's a crack. big room. I will.
What did I do?
Curtis, you're sure making it tough on Dad. Curtis is making it tough on me.
Keep grabbing it. Oh, there's
Grabbing my talker or grabbing the camera.
water down there.
Dale, turn your light off. Turn your light off for a sec. I want to see your hat. It doesn't glow.
"90 feet deep." Hall of Giants. Lion's tail. A little bit of light makes really look different. It's called Fairyland, huh? He's making it difficult to film or anything. He's either grabbing my hat or my camera or my...
Oh, better, better. What's that?
There's the pools.
Oh, here's Cavern
Get
pools.
down, he's
That's all right. I know a little bit of light just adds.
Breathe.
You can see it or not.
Oh, get a picture of that. I can't get a picture.
What strobe is that?
Lower cave, whether you can see it or not. $80 feet down.
Now you can really see.
Mirror Lake. My light's getting dimmer.
Dustin, listen.
Hey Dustin, look.
Look at that.
140 feet down there. Bat guana, 18,000 years old. Just gypsum.
There were no walks to walk on.
Look, that looks like a cat.
It's all right. My light's about to go out anyway.
Oh, look at the popcorn. That's called popcorn. That's good. Look.
Det är süß, wirklich.
I thought about it. Do it again. Hey, Mike.
Oh, weary traveler.
Weary traveler.
What did you work at here all day?
Woo.
Spot up here.
Well, my light's just about out. Rotto. Give him kisses.
That was me. She did give you a kiss.
There. See, now that they all go away, he does it. Pulse Theater, huh? Yeah, it's beautiful.
Some of those people are.
He said about 10 minutes more.
Longer than.
jumping off point, remember where you look down the big wall? And just before you get to the jumping off point, remember the pit with the old ladder?
Uh-huh.
National Geographic pit. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You can get that. You can get to those places too.
This is about the only way practical to get to those places. I mean, you could rig a rope off the jumping off point
Without using the old ladder.
I wouldn't.
Do you think they'll ever make this part of the tour?
No. There's too much stuff down there that's been relatively undamaged by traffic flow. And it's just too hard to get to. There's crawling down there in the water up the chimney through that passage.
Oh, Lord. Cats.
Mm-hmm. Get ready for the bat fly.
That's pretty big.
Of talking to you about the bats before they come out, hopefully. And sure do hope you enjoy it. Now, one thing that we do need to do before we get started, and those of you who have been here already know that you really can't do much of anything around here without having to keep rules and regulations. Right. Oh, sorry, can I take my hat off? You guys mind? Yeah? Okay. Thanks. You know, it's kind of hard sometimes. I've always thought, it's kind of hard to enforce the rules and regulations and everything when you look like Smokey Bear, So
I'm going to take them out and hold them.
get away from there. This is from the El Paso Times, Friday, June 8th, 1990. This is Ann Lantern. And there's a big headline here. It says, who says bats are harmless creatures? And the letter goes something like this. Dear Ann Lantern, I have waited 10 years to write this letter. Thanks for the perfect opportunity. The subject is bats. I'm sick and tired of hearing bats are harmless little creatures that have been getting a bum rap all these years, and if given a chance, would make great pets. April 17th, 1977, while working in Austin, I was attacked by a bat that appeared out of nowhere, bit me on the shoulder, flew away, returned in a few seconds, and sank its teeth into the back of my neck. I was taken to an emergency center and given a tetanus shot plus a series of shots, which I had to take in the stomach every day for 21 days. I was allergic to those shots, which left me legally blind and hearing impaired. The critter that bit me was one of those so-called harmless fruit bats. You would be doing your readers a great favor by printing this. Ann Landers replies, yours is one of the dozens of letters documenting miserable experiences with fruit bats, the variety touted to be harmless. Bats were never very high on my hit parade, but after reading a stack of letters similar to yours, I would like it known that I have no interest in joining a bat club, nor do I want a bat house on my front lawn. You know, how many of you, like when you were a kid, your mom made you eat foods that you didn't want to eat? I think, everybody's been through that. I don't know, what are some of the foods that, that she made? Cauliflower.
Asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus. Yeah. How many people here don't like Brussels sprouts? All right, great. Because I hate Brussels sprouts. And I hated Brussels sprouts when I was a kid, too. And my mom always used to make me eat them. And, it's my right as an American to not like Brussels sprouts. Just as I have a feeling in the audience tonight, we have quite a few people who either unconsciously or consciously just plain don't like bats. And that's your right, too. You don't have to like bats if you don't want to. And I'm not here tonight to make you like bats, because that's your prerogative. But what I want to do tonight is make you realize a few things, that probably the reasons you don't like bats are founded in a lot of superstition, a lot of fear, a lot of myth, and a lot of ignorance. And you can leave this amphitheater tonight still not liking bats. And personally, I really wouldn't mind that much. But I would like you to leave tonight knowing a little bit more about bats. And, bats are known all over the world. There are over 900 species of the bats in the world. They're one of the most diverse and highly numbered mammals on this earth. And therefore, man's had a lot of opportunities to come in contact with them. And all over the world, there is one consensus. And people just really don't care too much for bats. Here in America, we have all sorts of phrases having to do with bats. I don't know, bats in the belfry, someone's batty, blind as a bat, things like that. And like whenever you see a scary movie, especially one of the old ones, like Dracula, you have the light, rain and everything. And, what's coming out of that abandoned scary house? Or it's bats. And even though the bats are living here now, they're only temporary residents of our cave. They're only here during the summer, usually from about May to September, and this is what's called a maternity route. And that means that these bats come here solely for the purpose of having baby bats, and whenever the baby bats are able to fly, they go back to Mexico. Now hopefully here in just a few minutes, or a little bit longer, the bats will be coming out of the cave. They're going to be going in a spiraling motion, and they will gain altitude and go up over this ridge right here. The reason they go in the spiraling motion is because Mexican free-tail bats have a very long, narrow wing, which is made for sort of high-speed flight. And it's not very good, however, for gaining altitude. And so in order to gain altitude, they do spiral out of the cave. They're going to go within about a 25-mile radius around here. They're going to go to several different places, Rattlesnake Springs, Black River, Brantley Lake State Park. And they go there not only to get water, but because of the large numbers of insects that hang out around bodies of water like that. And after they have eaten and gotten their fill, they will come back probably somewhere around 5:30 in the morning and dive into this cave at very high speed. They will enter from an altitude of about 200 feet and then just dive bomb right down into the cave. And just right before they hit that trail right there, they're going to veer off and go back into that cave, waiting for the next night. About the end of July, beginning of August, the baby bats, which were born, which will be born, I suspect, in about another week or so, will be able to fly on their own and go out and hunt, just like the other bats do. Until that time, though, they do have to hang on the ceiling and wait for their mother, whenever the mother does leave, to come back and feed them milk. Bats are mammals, and they do nurse their babies by milk. The life of a baby bat is kind of hazardous. A lot of bad things can happen, and one of the most dangerous things that can happen to a baby bat is falling off the ceiling. I'm serious, because, these bats are hanging on the ceiling and they can't fly. And once they fall a great amount of distance, it isn't the fall that kills them, but it is the things that are living in the bat guano underneath the bat roots that are the danger to these baby bats. Some bat roots, not this one, but some bat roots have a type of beetle called dermastid beetles, and they're carnivorous, and they will devour a baby bat down to the bone, just about 3 minutes. The main danger for baby bats after they fall here is mainly starvation and exposure, simply because they are very young and can't live on their own. And so usually they die a sad death lying on the guano pile. Bats around the world, including the ones that you're going to be watching come out of the cave tonight, are known for all sorts of bad things. And many of them are not true, which I'll get to in just a second. But if I were to tell you, like dear Abby said, or Ann Landers said just a few minutes ago, that bats are perfectly harmless creatures, I wouldn't be telling you the truth, because bats, in some ways, can be pests, can be nuisances to human beings in the way they live their lives. Fruit bats in South America and Asia are known to do quite a bit of damage to fruit orchards and fruit crops. But I would say probably the most widespread and sinister way that bats are dangerous to humans and livestock, their livelihoods, is by the nasty old friend of ours, the vampire bat. Now, vampire bats do exist. In fact, there are 3 species of vampire bats in the world. 2 of those species only live on the blood of birds and other small mammals. But there's one kind of vampire bat, the common vampire, which does make its living by mostly livestock, but they have been known to bite humans too. And, I was playing Trivial Pursuit, and you hear about that, really are either not true or greatly exaggerated. One thing that you hear all the time, especially from ladies that come here, is, will the bat get in my hair? Well, and especially, there's also, I guess, an extension to that blonde people are especially susceptible to bats wanting to get in the hair. And really, there's really not much to worry about because bats, especially the bats here, like to eat bugs. They're not really interested in people. And unless you got a lot of bugs in your hair, I don't think you have much to worry about with that getting in it. Another thing you hear about bats that is also just a plain myth is that bats are blind. Bats aren't blind. They do have eyes, and they can see. But one reason that you may say that they are blind is a technique that they have for navigating in total darkness. And that's called echolocation. And the way that works is that the bats, as they're flying around in total darkness, will emit several ultrasonic sounds higher than we can hear, noises. And these noises will go out, bounce off things in the bat's path, and return to the bat. And one of the reasons bats may look kind of unattractive to a lot of people is because they have a lot of little bumps and growth-like things on their face. And these just aren't to serve the purpose to make them look scary, but they're to serve the purpose of receiving these ultrasonic sounds that come back to them. And a bat can fly around in total darkness. In fact, experiments have been done where the bat was blindfolded, where it couldn't see, and it navigated perfectly fine. But whenever it was blindfolded and had earplugs in, and don't ask me to get this, but when it had blindfold and earplugs in, it crashed and ran into everything in its path. Bats do use echolocation, but they don't use it whenever they don't have to. If you can imagine running as fast as you can and screaming at the same time at the top of your lungs, that would make you kind of tired. It does make the bats tired too. One thing that I hear about bats a lot, and a lot of the rangers here also, is about the public health hazard that bats present as far as rabies goes. And a lot of times you do hear people say, especially public officials, talking about bat population reduction because of danger from rabies. We're actually going to walk into a bat roost, like here at Carlsbad Caverns. And I don't know how many people would like to do that. I'm going right now. How many want to do that? Okay. Bat populations around the world are on the decline. And this is for several reasons. 40% of 42 species of bats in the United States are species list or are official candidates for it. DDT is one of the big culprits. As you may know, DDT was a pesticide used quite extensively in the late 60s, early 70s. It was found out to be bad for the environment in general. But it wasn't bad for bats, because bats eat insects. And insects that were sprayed with DDT, and inside these bats, DDT would get loose in the bat system and poison it. And also, DDT can be passed on from mother bats to baby bats through the milk. And this was a large factor in the decline of the bat population. Small insects. A bat can eat up to 1/3 or 1/2 of its weight in insects in one night. If you take a bat population of 8 million, like we're doing here at Carlsbad Caverns, that means that bats can eat 100,000 pounds of insects in just one night. Also, bats are pollinators and seed dispersers of different kinds of fruits and other types of plants. Fruit-eating bats and bats in Mexico that pollinate cactus. In fact, how many of you here tonight like to, maybe have a margarita with your meal, whenever you eat dinner? Oh, come on. Tell the truth. Okay, thank you. Good point from the audience. Well, if it weren't for bats, you wouldn't be able to enjoy that margarita because the bats are responsible for pollinating a plant called the agave plant, which is what the seal is made from. Bananas, mangoes, all sorts of tropical fruits. Bats are almost solely responsible.
They're getting close because those birds are quitting.
Daddy's filming. You guys
Also, bats, by their special abilities, are being very useful to humans in the field of medicine. The echolocation has been used by researchers to help develop an ultrasonic system for the blind navigate around in the world. And also, the ability of bats to hibernate. They can lower their body temperature, lower their heart rate. That's been studied by scientists to see how you can do surgery on people by lowering body temperature. By what's been called by other people the culture, in the sense that only animals who are pleasing to us, or visual pleasing to us, animals that we have to are the ones that are candidates for worst fate. But I tend to disagree with that. All animals are links and chains that we call the ecosystem. Bats are a very important link in
Put
that.
Curtis
Saguaro
in the
cactus
backpack.
in Arizona, certain species of those are dying simply because of bat populations in that area. That's called free-tailed bats. Their tail will extend beyond the membrane, and that is why they're called free-tailed bats.
How the
I
bats
wish I
know
could
when they're
answer
going to
that.
come out?
No one really knows. There's been a lot of theories. Some people have said their biological clocks tell them when to come out. Some people say they can change into barometric pressure. Some people say that there's a scout bat that kind of comes out and looks around, goes back and says, hey guys, it's okay to come out. No one really knows. But if we did know, we would probably be able to do these talks with a lot more accuracy. But it's a question that we still have to answer. You have to go to get to back cave. If you remember, those of you who came down on the blue tour, you went down to the
Listen,
entrance
listen.
here, and just a little ways down, there was a sign that said, back cave, tell bats.
Listen, is talking about the tour.
About a quarter of a mile back from that sign is where the bats live. Let's be kind of quiet here for just a second. If you are real quiet, you can see the bats are coming out, and I will be answering more questions in just a little while.
See the bats?
I'd like to remind you all that no flashing television.
One came over this way.
A couple of them. Look, watch, see the bats? There goes one. It's going the other way.
Yeah, there's a few. There's 2 or 3 coming out this way.
That's the bat. Those are bats. Those are bats. I told you about the bat. Okay.